Hello, it's Dee, and we're cooking with Dee and family in the background. Well, there's not really a lot of people at home right now, so I'm going to take advantage of this time. The baby's taking a nap, so hopefully that nap lasts for a little bit. But today we're going to be making pan-seared chicken breast and broccoli and cheese casserole. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the ingredients that you'll need on today. Of course, we're going to need some chicken breast. You can get whole chicken breast or you can split the chicken breast. We're going to need that. We're also going to need, what we have here is we have broccoli cuts. So you're going to need 2 bags of 16-ounce broccoli cuts, which roughly comes out to about 2 pounds. So you need 2 bags of those. You're going to need 1 can of cream of chicken mushroom, which is about a pound. You'll need a can of cream of chicken, and you'll also need a 16-ounce of sour cream, and you'll need 2 8-ounce packages of, I use 4 cheese Mexican, but whatever kind of cheese that you want to use. And you're also going to need to cook some rice, about 2 to 3 cups of rice. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our chicken breasts cooking. We've washed our chicken breasts and we've seasoned them with complete seasoning, adobo, black pepper, and season-all. You can choose the seasonings that you want to use because sometimes people like to just have lemon pepper chicken. So what we're going to do is we've put about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil into our pan, and we're going to wait for that to heat up, and we're going to start pan searing our chicken breasts. We have now put our chicken breasts into our pan and they're beginning to pan sear. So we're going to let them sear on one side, sear on the other side, and we'll come back and check on our chicken. Look how that looks. We've seared the first side of our chicken for about 3 minutes, and so now we've turned it over. And it's searing pretty good. So we're going to continue to let that cook. As our chicken is cooking in the background, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making our broccoli and cheese casserole. So here we have our broccoli, which I put in the microwave for about 4 minutes with just a little bit of water so that it's not frozen anymore, or you can boil it just to knock the ice off of it. And so again, that is 2 16-ounce bags of broccoli cuts, which makes about 2 pounds. So we're going to add the broccoli into our bowl. And once we've added our broccoli into our bowl, we're going to now add 1.5 cups of cream of mushroom and 1.5 cups of cream of chicken. And what I like to do is mix them together. So that's 1.5 cups of cream of chicken and 1.5 cups of cream of mushroom. We have 2 pans of chicken searing. And if you look at the consistency of the chicken, it's almost done. If it's a little too spongy, then that means that it's not done yet, but it's almost done. And we have this over here. This one I'm going to take out of the pan because I guarantee you it's done. And what you want to do, now this one isn't done. And you can tell that this one isn't done because it's still a little spongy. And with cooking chicken and pan searing chicken, you want to cook it till it's slightly pink, and it's going to continue to cook once you put it in whatever container that you're going to put it in. So don't overcook your chicken because it will get dry. And so we started cooking it at about 145, so it's been about 8 minutes. So your chicken, depending on the thickness, only needs to cook 8 to 10 minutes to make sure that it's still juicy. Our first set of pan-seared chicken is in the container, and we're going to cover it up. So remember, a tablespoon of grapeseed oil, and as the chicken cooks, you may need to add a little bit more oil. Put your chicken into the pan once you've seasoned it with the tablespoon of grapeseed oil. Only let it cook, depending on the thickness, for about 8 to 10 minutes. Take it out and cover it so that it stays juicy. Don't cut your chicken, because if you do, it'll bleed out, which means all of the juices will come out and your chicken will then be dry. 8 to 10 minutes only. Now we have our broccoli. As we said before, we have 2 16-ounce bag of broccoli cuts in our bowl. Next, we're going to add our cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. 1.5 cup of cream of chicken, 1.5 cup of cream of mushroom to our broccoli. Next, we're going to add our sour cream. We've already added our cream of chicken and our cream of mushroom. We started to mix. Now we're going to add our sour cream. We've added our sour cream, which we've added about a cup of sour cream. Now we're going to add our rice, which in here we have 3 cups of cooked rice. We've now added a little bit of black pepper and some garlic salt to our mixture, just to give it a little taste to it. And so we're going to mix that in now. Now we're going to add our 4 cheese into our mixture. We're going to add about a half a bag of this, and we're going to mix it in. We have now preheated our oven to 350 degrees. And we are going to add our mixture into our casserole dish. We've added it to our casserole dish. We've put our broccoli and cheese casserole in our casserole dish, and we're going to put it in the oven on 350. Now, when cooking this, you just want to, I don't top it with the cheese in the beginning. What I usually do is I put it in the oven just like this without cheese on top, let it cook and let it begin to bubble. That probably takes about maybe 30 minutes or so. And once it's starting to bubble, then I add the cheese. And once I add the cheese, then I put it back into the oven and let it cook until the cheese begins to bubble. So now we're going to add our casserole into our stove. We're going to put it in the stove and we're going to let it cook till it bubbles for about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, but depends on your stove. Just let it bubble up a little bit. Then we'll come back and we'll add our cheese. Well, our casserole is in the oven getting ready to cook, and we have the finished product of our pan seared chicken breasts. Wow, those look good and juicy. So when we come back, it'll be part 2 and you'll see the finished product of the broccoli and cheese casserole. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and share this to YouTube and to Facebook. So if this is something you're thinking about cooking for dinner, you can go ahead and go to the store and get your ingredients. So we'll be back.